YouTube. Bit of an update today. Sorry this is a little bit late, although my updating might be erratic for a little while, as there's been a death in my family. Even though the death was expected, there is, of course, surrounding family drama. One of my uncles lost his battle with cancer on Saturday, so we're all kind of dealing with the issues, even though it was expected for a while. So I may be out of town for a while once they figure out when the memorial is to be held. But hopefully once everything is said, done, settled, and goodbyes are done, I can get back on track again. Yeah, so far this year has not been the best for me. Anyway, these are my beans, my pole beans. They're Provider heirloom pole beans that I got from the Seed Savers Exchange, and they're growing amazingly well. Just leafing out all over the place. Beautiful plants. I don't know if I can kneel down here. Ouch. I don't know if my corn is going to make it. I have this one little stalk of glass gem corn that I've got growing here, but it keeps trying to fall over. And one of the leaves was looking really brown and kind of burnt. I don't know if you can see. I trimmed off some of it. But I don't know why it was looking brown and burnt. The rest of it looks okay color-wise, but just one leaf, so I don't know if it'll make it or not. It still seems to be growing, but just not doing too well. It might be being shaded out too much by the beans, but I'm not sure. The cucamelons are starting to vine here and there, so who knows how they will grow. Can't see due to bean plant leaves. There we go. Some of my cucamelons. My peas are still kind of struggling off and on. I harvested the one pea pod that was on this one. And oh my god, if you can get these to grow, these sugar and snap peas are wonderful. The flavor was sweet, delicious. The texture was light, crispy, and wonderful. The other two are actually flowering. I hope they're getting pollinated. I'm not really sure. I think that one has been, but they are at least starting to produce flowers now, instead of just kind of, well, as you can see, struggling to survive. So that's that. I potted up my two Red Robin dwarf cherry tomato plants because they were just getting way too big for the pots they were in. So I'm hoping that with the potting up that they'll do better. This one's having a little bit of trouble because I accidentally damaged the roots when I was excuse me, when I was potting it up. But the other one seems to be doing quite well. Excuse the shaky hand camera while I stand up again. Here's the other one. As you can see, the leaves on this one are looking quite well. My Nanking cherry is doing okay. My apples seem to have recovered from both the spider mites and the powdery mildew, so that's doing better. My dwarf pomegranate seedlings, a couple of them, and the smaller ones, doing quite well. My Traveler Strain jalapeno pepper, which is still growing quite well. I don't know how long it'll take it to actually start producing flowers and peppers, but it's still growing well. Looks beautiful. Love it. My Blue Crop blueberries, I don't know if they're going to make blueberries or not. I think I might need to pot this up though, because I think the pot might be too small. I'm not sure. If anybody has any experience with blueberries, please feel free to comment and let me know. But they're taking forever to actually blue, and a lot of these, or I should say ripen, not blue, and a lot of these have just kind of fallen off. You know, touching them like this seems to make some of them just kind of fall off. So I don't know if they'll actually fully make it to ripening or just not work. This one actually seems to be, the little blueberries that they have seems to be kind of starting to come up, starting to form. So I don't know how long it takes blueberries to produce, but there they are. I don't know if my raspberry plants will survive. I've had to chop a lot of it down because it was just looking just diseased and damaged. But this one is actually looking healthy, so it might be doing okay. This one is showing a little bit of the signs of what the others were doing, kind of with yellowing and yellow spots, a bit of damage. But the others went, like that leaf down there, went bright yellow all around the edges and then started getting bright yellow spots all over the leaves. So I'm not sure what that indicates. As I move carefully. I'm thinking about taking my shelf here apart and trying to shorten it by one slat so that I have a little bit more room out here. My Yukon Gold potatoes, the two little vines that I have here, actually seem to be doing okay, even if they are falling over most of the time. This one just keeps kind of growing, so I have no idea. Maybe I'll get some Yukon Gold potatoes off of it, maybe I won't. But there they are. I need to start working on tying up my Viking purple potatoes, though. They are definitely in the falling over stage. They're just getting too tall. I put a bamboo stake in here with them to try and hold them upright a little bit. So, but other than that, they seem to be doing pretty good. I put a little bit of ground eggshell on top of the soil, so when I water it, they get a little bit of extra calcium. So I'm hoping these actually finish out well. They seem to be doing pretty good. These are the peppers that I will be using in my biochar field trial as I move them carefully now. Sorry about the shaky handwork and the poor focus. I'm trying to harden them off, so I've been trying to harden them off for a little bit now. So that I can actually get ready to pot them into these. The two that I'm going to use for the trial, pot them into these self-watering containers. So, since the biochar is about fully charged and ready, I'll be hopefully doing that soon. So, it's just a matter of getting these hardened off and ready to plant in properly. So, anyway, that's about it. I've got a little bit of indoor clips on my lettuce and some things I found in one of my Christmas tree pepper plants. Oh, Okay, here's a better look at what some of those raspberry leaves are doing. I do not know if that's a fungus, a nutrient deficiency, root damage. I really don't know. So if anybody else does know what causes this, this is what a lot of those potted up raspberries did. So any advice, information would be appreciated. Oh, I almost forgot to mention, it looks like, I don't know if you can see that or not, my strawberries are starting to sucker. So I guess my strawberries are trying to expand, which is cool, because that means that planter will have more strawberries in it come next season, which is good. My Cherokee purple tomato, which is growing up the side of the planter like crazy. But beyond that is looking kind of sad and a little wilty. Pretty pool. No kids in it, because it's still too cool so far today. Got the first, and at this point only, lettuce growing so far in my hydroponic setup. Well, I have 3 lettuce sprouts up now, and I'm not absolutely certain, but this one looks like something, like it was growing a third, a proper, regular leaf, normal leaf, and something came along and ate the leaf. I don't know. I mean, maybe it's just developing a new leaf, and I can't tell at the moment. But it looks like just a stem and something snipped the leaf off. I could be wrong. Only 3 came up though, so I will see how these grow. Check out what I found growing in the pot with my Christmas tree pepper. This is a little Christmas tree pepper, or sweet pickling pepper, that I've been growing, and it's doing quite well. But I noticed this morning. Yeah, I have a little mushroom growing in it, and it looks like it's like growing under a tree. It's kind of cute. Don't know what variety it is. You often get mushrooms when you use organic potting soil, so because the spores are on some of the organic material. But yeah, tiny little mushroom growing underneath my Christmas tree pepper. And this is that little mushroom roughly an hour later. It just kind of keeled over and is already drying out. So I guess it has a very, very short fruiting life. It probably came up sometime last night and I just didn't notice it until this morning, so. Just really, really short lifespan. Well, I'm glad I got pictures of it before it died. Kind of cool, though. Well, looky here. It's a little bit after 11:30 at night, and another mushroom is coming up. I wonder how many I'll wind up with before they stop growing.